Fortnite's map is quite large in size, and it does have some eerie parts. Haunted hills, Wailing woods, it definitely sparks some interesting questions, and people have seemed to, over the course of time playing Fortnite throughout its previous updates, encountered something odd that it seemed rather unusual, or something that wouldn't normally be introduced in that of which is a competitive game such as Fortnite. A game that is comical, that is competitive, that is ever so entertaining in the aspect of being for everyone, doesn't really entertain the idea of many scary or dark subtlety, right? Well, that all changes with a look inside Wailing Woods today and some of the weird, very weird forum posts and creepypasta shorts that have originated based around this odd place. Today, what I wanted to do in this video was go over some of the stories and sightings in Wailing Woods and things that people have reportedly seen, and some very brief creepypastas, nothing that is too long in summary, but something that should be addressed, I feel, in the Fortnite community. Be it if you've been a viewer of this channel, you know from time to time I like to touch on that which is Fortnite creepypastas, anything scary based around Fortnite, and investigate personally myself at times. I think it's a very interesting topic, and I think it's something that the Fortnite community definitely needs more of, as for it is definitely a limited supply, mainly for the case that there isn't a lot of scary things based around Fortnite. So when we do finally see that of which is a scare, we question a lot about it and we think it's usually fake. Wailing Woods is one of those core originating places that, well, there have been reported sightings of multiple different entities, and that of which is just complete oddity in the world of Fortnite. We're going to be going over a few of those in today's video, starting out with the specific one known as Slenderman. Everyone is aware of Slenderman, a very, very odd entity that has quite the frightful past, and the more you look into it, the more demented and, well, you would definitely not want anything of sort tied to your game, as odd as Minecraft is tying a replica of that which is Enderman in their game. Very odd. Slenderman is an odd entity without a doubt, and people have claimed that they have spotted Slenderman in that of Fortnite. Specifically doing certain things and triggering certain responses, they have said that there is a way to summon and find Slenderman in Fortnite. My response to this is, I think it is as good as anybody's. We would like to see for ourselves if this is possible, if there's any bit of triggering effect that could be resulted in this. And well, one is definitely, which seemed to be pretty frequent in evidence, is that of which is the page that people are seemingly to find in Wailing Woods in the hut. They are finding this Slenderman page upon some corresponding button presses. They trigger a response that then brings upon a Slenderman page to quickly and very briefly appear. From then, that is said to trigger Slenderman's response, and then throughout the Wailing Woods, especially if you are in the storm, you will see what could potentially be Slenderman stalking you behind trees and sword. Wailing Woods is full of multiple trees, and Slenderman has a complete hiding paradise if ever so he was to be spawned. Now, I thought this was very interesting, and I myself looked into this multiple times, but I couldn't see Slenderman himself. I didn't really see any complete evidence of Slenderman, although there may be some out there. I personally didn't as well, and I think a lot of us stand by that. So is Slenderman in Fortnite and haunting the Wailing Woods? Well, that may be as good of a mystery to anyone. We do not know for sure, but do be warned if you are in Wailing Woods that there is a lot of Slenderman rumors and ties connected to just that now, and with every update of Fortnite, the developers could easily throw in a little spook just to mess with people, and with Halloween slowly creeping up upon us, there's no telling what they're gonna do with Fortnite. I honestly foresee something very subtle being introduced in Fortnite for the Halloween season to kind of mess with people, but we will have to wait and find out. So another one in regards to Wailing Woods, and one that I find very scary, and one that, well, it seems as if I've almost encountered something like this, but didn't think much on it. And now that I look back at it, and I read all the countless reports and little stories of this, like even if we look up this quickly, we will see there's so much evidence backing this up. So what is it? That is that of the Hanging Man. A short, brief creepypasta written by one individual on Reddit. He then goes to say that, has anybody ever landed in Wailing Woods and on one of the trees seen that appeared to be a hanging man / player? He then later goes on to say, I was playing Fortnite normally, and then as I landed into Wailing Woods to start my looting paradise, I noticed that there was something odd hanging from a tree, that of which was a man, a player. Now, the developers wouldn't have normally put something like this in the game, correct? I didn't think much of it. I thought maybe it was part of the game and I continued to play on, but later I got to thinking as I landed back in the same spot in Wailing Woods and did not see this hanging man. Was it a rare occurrence? Something that was very, like, okay, so basically what this guy's saying is he lands in Wailing Woods once, he's looting, he's going about his business, right? From there, he sees that of which is a hanging man. A hanging man just hanging from the trees, I guess. Very demented, very odd. Maybe it was a zombie, like, I feel like the developers would not put that of, like, a hanging man in the game. Maybe it was, like, a hanging zombie to promote something, like maybe a hidden zombie update or something. I don't exactly know. But legit, it's very odd that they would just kind of throw that in there, and it makes a lot of questions, and I think this is a good thing to kind of dive into and asked if anybody's seen anything of relating sort, like a hanging man / zombie or something of oddity in the Wailing Woods for that matter. I see countless reports all the time of people encountering weird things in the Wailing Woods. Also, the very first report that we had sparking up in the creepypasta community based around Fortnite was, of course, no other than that of which was a ghost girl, a girl that was humming, that you could almost see a visible ghost-like girl off in the distance in the Wailing Woods if you looked at the correct spot. Like, it was very, very weird. And see, Wailing Woods, it's just got all these negative, creepy, eerie ties to it. And it definitely spooks me out. And I don't want to rid anything out in regards to this because, like, it doesn't... How do I explain this? Like, there's so many games of Fortnite daily, right? So many people are playing this game, and it makes you wonder, like, what if there is a special rare chance to see something very unorthodox, something that normally wouldn't be there, like 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000, 1 in 100,000 chance of seeing this, right? Now, what would this signify if this player and what he says is true about finding this hanging man in Fortnite? Honestly and personally, it could hint towards a update. Like if it was a zombie, I don't think they would just put a hanging man. That's very demented. That's very weird. But maybe if it was like a hanging zombie or something, it would be like a creepy way to kind of tie into some more zombie aspect in Fortnite. Maybe I'm not exactly sure. It could be multiple different things. I'm trying to give a logical reasoning behind this, but at the end of the day, it is just creepy. Like I'm not gonna lie, like this is a creepy thing to find. And I guess what we could leave this on and ask the question to all of you out there viewing: have you landed in Wailing Woods and spotted anything weird or that of which appeared to be a hanging man hanging from one of the trees? I mean, there's a lot of trees in Wailing Woods. Well, definitely let me know and put your response in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, well, I read every single comment, and I definitely love hearing back from you guys, and we're always trying to evolve and dive into anything that is a Fortnite creepypasta. And if there's a creepypasta based around Fortnite, I guarantee you we've covered it, and we got exclusives here that no one else has. So, yeah, I definitely do my research, and I definitely dive into everything that is Fortnite lore and creepypastas, and I like to discuss it, and I like to see where the community is at with it as well. Just like with this oddity, with the Slenderman and the hanging man. Like, I mean, what's next, I wonder? I don't know. The community definitely spawns out, but do keep in mind we're conspiracy theories and creepypastas alike. Some are fiction, some are based on real stories, but that is for you to decide as a sole individual, and to do your own research to depend on what your belief system is. Usually a conspiracy theory or a creepypastas are usually stories, but some are based off real stories, but conspiracy theories are that of which is not really proven, and there's lack of evidence, so it is theorized. So with that aside, let me know what you guys think. As usual, be sure to hit that like button if you want to see more creepy-orientated Fortnite videos and me kind of diving into the world of Fortnite, like scare, and figuring out and researching this. It's an absolute blast, but be sure to hit that like button, and as always, we're going to have tons of content content delivered on the channel. So subscribe, enable post notification by ringing the bell and making it go ding. That is basically so you get notified of the videos. Enabling post notifications will enable you to be notified of every post that I do, so you don't miss out on a single upload. Truthfully, it's a great thing, I'll tell you. So yeah, and with that aside, subscribe, get your merch below if you want to rock some awesome merch. Personally, I think it's some hot merch. I like it. Everybody that buys it likes it. So I mean, listen to the community, right? Yeah, social media links below and all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.